Hi, everybody. This is Ben, and I just thought I would record a quick video message for you guys, thinking about kind of our upcoming membership meeting and some of the important stuff we'll be doing there. One of the main topics that we'll be looking at is the discussion and approval of our new proposed bylaws. The board's been working now for several months on these proposed bylaws, and I think we have it hammered out after probably a dozen revisions at the board level and working with our staff attorneys and some other folks. And we're really excited, actually, about the new bylaws. And I know that sounds strange. I know most people don't get excited about things like church governance and bylaws and all those kinds of things. But I think they're important tools to help us steward the church and grow a healthy church. And, our goal this past year, as we've looked at different infrastructure and systems issues, has been to create a strong infrastructure for us as a church to support our growth from 250, which is where we are now, to 500 and on to 1,000 people. And restructuring our bylaws and restructuring our organizational setup is pretty critical to that. Now, I'm well aware that most of our members are not going to get all jazzed about looking at bylaws. But I'm going to ask you to really take some time to read through them, to read through some of these supporting documents we're providing with them, to really be discerning in that process, so that we can have a healthy discussion on February 4th as we look at them. Here are two other favors I ask. First is that you would be praying for that meeting and praying for that process. And I know that some members are going to get more interested in the details and others not as much, but all of us can pray. The second thing I'd ask is that if you look at it, and if you have questions and you have comments and things that either are confusing or concern you, if you could ask those questions and be part of that discussion prior to the February 4th meeting, that would be really helpful. In fact, I think it would help us have a much more focused, efficient, and effective meeting. And so I've created a space on Unifier. We have a members newsfeed there. Unifier is our new communications tool and social networking tool, and we have a space for members there. And that would be a great place to post your comments and your questions, and I can post thoughts and responses and some other things, and we can have an open dialogue and discussion there. You can also feel free to email me or call me, or stop by the office and just talk. But what I really love is if you have concerns, if you have questions, ask them prior to the meeting. And that way we can be much more focused once we get there. A couple other things that will be happening at this meeting is we'll be taking on new members again, and our membership is growing, which is very exciting. We'll be signing the covenant together, re-signing the covenant and the community life statement as part of the annual reaffirmation process. And just a quick reminder that the reaffirmation process is due, must be completed by February 4th. And this year, there really will be no extensions. In the past, we've been a little bit soft about that date, but there will be no extensions this year. So if we do not have a completed reaffirmation process from you by February 4th, we're going to just assume that you're not reaffirming. And so you're going to want to get that process done before then. We're going to be looking at 40 Days of Community. We'll have just launched 40 Days of Community, and we'll be just a few short weeks away from launching our Manchester campus. I'm hoping to have some updates for you in the area of development and fundraising and the Coventry property and some other things. It's going to be a great meeting. It's going to be an exciting meeting. It's going to be a packed meeting, and I hope you make a priority out of being at that meeting on February 4th. It's a Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. Two web addresses you're going to want to be aware of that'll help you out. One is stpaulswired.org/bylaws. That's where you can get all the bylaws as well as the supporting documents. You're going to want to check those out. And probably if you're watching this video, there's a good chance you've already found it. The second web address you want to be aware of is stpaulswired.org/remember. And that's where all the resources are for the membership reaffirmation. Finally, let me just say a word about Unifier. We're going to start using that for discussion, and it's a great tool. And a lot of you heard me talk about it for the first time this past Sunday as I invited some beta testers in, and we're a week in on beta testing. I have to tell you, it's working great. We're really excited about it. I think it's going to become pretty central to our communications and our connections and fellowship here at St. Paul's. So I just want to encourage all of you to get signed up and get involved and start exploring Unifier and using that as a great tool. And you can get all the information you need for that at stpaulswired.org/unifier. And that's spelled UNIFYER. And we've also put a quick link on the website main page, which of course is stpaulswired.org. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for your prayerful and discerning working through the bylaws. Thanks mostly for your partnership and your faithfulness and your willingness to really sacrifice and give of your time and your energy and your talents to what I think is the greatest endeavor on planet Earth, the local church. So thanks, God bless, and I hope to see you Sunday as we kick off our series, our new series, Till Debt do us part. Thanks.